One of the most embarrassing performances on one of the biggest stages in the National Football League. At AT&T Stadium, playing America's team in the Dallas Cowboys, and you get yourself pummeled in the fourth quarter. You made it a game. Made it a game for a majority of the game. But ultimately, the little things, which has been the same story, the same narrative all year. It's been those little things that you can't get figured out. You get the defense gets an interception. Offense has 19 yards to go, you kick a field goal. First drive, the defense gets a 3 and out. What does the offense do? Gets about a first down and maybe 7 yards, and they kick a field goal. And they start on their own 45-yard line. Stephon Gilmore missed another interception, but I mean, he kind of made up for it later on. But it just gives you an idea of how unfunctional and, how bad this football team is. This football team has given up. They don't want to play this season no more. They want this season to end as bad as I do. I love this team, and I'm going to support them and watch every single game and root them on every single game, and I will love watching them. Will it be stressful? Yes, but I love watching my football team. But at the end of the day, I'm getting excited for the draft. It's time to look towards the draft. It's that time. We're 4-8-1. And, what are we, 9th in draft position right now? Let's go look on Tankathon. Nonetheless, we get a good draft position. You take a shot on a quarterback. Let's see. We're 9th. We're 9th. If, let's look at the draft order real quick. You have Houston. They're getting number 1. Chicago has 3 wins. Denver has 3 wins. The Rams have 3 wins. And 3 and 4, not those teams' picks. Was Denver's pick, but Seattle's going to get it at number 3. And it was a Rams pick, but the Lions are getting it in the Matthew Stafford trade. And, the Broncos only was with Seattle. Carolina, 4 wins. The Saints, Jaguars, Cardinals, and Carolina all have 4 wins, along with the Colts. And as I said, the Lions, Seahawks, and Chicago all have 2, 3, and 4 with 3 wins. Well, Denver and the Rams with 3 each. And Chicago 3. So, if you keep losing games, which if you look at the schedule, my goodness, we have to go into the bye week off this. We have to listen to this for a whole nother week. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. We were kind of expecting it, but I didn't expect it to happen in this fashion. The Colts are the team that know how to beat themselves best than any other team. They constantly shoot themselves in the foot. Whether, you throw 3 interceptions in a game, you fumble twice. 30 fumbles on the season, by the way. 30 fumbles on the season. That is horrendous. Jonathan Taylor has had fumbling issues. Michael Pittman has fumbled a few times. Mo Cox has fumbled a few times. Alec Pierce fumbled the other day on Sunday Night Football. And, of course, we can't forget Matt Ryan has fumbled the ball quite a bit. It is just insane. Insane how bad this team is. They have 4 wins. How do they have them is beyond me. I have no clue how they have 4 wins. They shouldn't have even beat Houston. If they were 3-9, they would be at number 5 right now if they lost that game. And if they lost to the Chiefs, they'd be at 2 wins to 10 losses. They would be number 1 if they lost those 2 games. Those 2 games. Yeah. Or, no, you'd have to lose another one. I'm mixing my math up with a tie, but nonetheless, you'd be number 2 right there with Houston. So, let's look at this game a little bit. The offense, as I already mentioned, the offensive line play, whatever. It was okay. The wide receivers had some good plays. Alec Pierce, man, keep giving him the ball. Keep throwing the ball up to him because that is our offense. That is half of our offense. Jonathan Taylor and Alec Pierce. And some short throws to Campbell. I would say Pittman, but Pittman has not been very good this season. And, Matt Ryan, this game is moving way too fast for him. He has no arm strength. He can't throw it deep. He can't throw accurately. I have no clue where it came from of Matt Ryan having this elite accuracy in training camp just to, in week one. In the rest of the year of Matt Ryan just being horrible. Having no accuracy. Horrible anticipation. It is ridiculous. The amount of BS that has come out of this organization. That has came out of this organization. And, I'm willing to give Jeff Saturday another year. I love his attitude. I love what he stands for. Give him a whole offseason. I'm not too happy with him right now, and it's very easy to not be happy with him. But look what he inherited. He inherited a 37, I think he's actually 38 now, horrible Matt Ryan, a horrible offensive line, weapons that shoot themselves in the foot, tight ends that have drop issues, and, the only good thing has been the defense. That's the only good thing that Jeff Saturday had going for him. Chase McLaughlin. He is the bright spot. That's how sad it is. That's how sad it is. So, it really sucks to see us in the position that we are in. But, if we keep losing a few, Carolina, Saints, Jacksonville win a few. I'd like to be ahead of Carolina because I think we'd have a shot to take our quarterback. If we're ahead of Carolina and then Houston is one, they probably take Young or Stroud. If they take Stroud, I am willing to trade up to 2 for Bryce Young. Bryce Young is the only quarterback in this class that I think is worth trading up that high for. Stroud, I don't think he is worth trading up for. But I don't think that the Texans are going to take Stroud at number 1. I think they take Bryce Young. I'm taking Stroud is a very safe move in a way. But Bryce Young has a little more risk, but a much, 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 much higher reward and ceiling. It's funny how this is supposed to really be a recap, but we're really talking about draft position and where this team needs to go and the issues that this team has had. It has been the same stories, the same damn thing every single week. The stupid mistakes. The offense goes 3 and out. The defense is getting tired. The defense plays horrible in the fourth quarter or the last few drives. Do you blame them? There's no excuse. But for how tired that defense has played in the fourth quarter of every single game is insane. Yet the defense is still a pretty good defense. Pretty damn good defense. They really struggled against Zeke and Pollard yesterday. But, they just kept pounding and pounding and pounding. 4-yard run from Pollard. 20-yard run from Pollard. A 6-hard fought run by Zeke. It wore that defense down. And then when the offense just kept turning the ball over, defense was already exhausted. So, it is just wild. Wild how you let the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not saying anything bad than the Cowboys. If you make those stupid mistakes, kicking the field goal after you get a 3, now you have good field position. You get a pick, you get down to the 19-yard line. You have to punch that in. When you miss those opportunities versus the best teams in the NFL, this is what's going to happen. And it's about time that the Colts got their asses whooped. It was coming to them. They have somehow found ways to stay in games that they should never be in. I never had confidence in this game. Never at one point had I thought that this football team was gonna pull it out. Never thought they would have. I hate to be negative in that way, but it's the truth. It's being realistic. This football team is horrible. When you play good football teams or great football teams, you can't put the game away. What we just saw is what we're going to see. So that's, Chris Ballard, man. Might be his time to go. It is Chris Ballard's time to go. We just need to start fresh, the front office. I'm willing to keep Saturday another year, but chances are you get a new GM, they may want to bring their own guy in. So that's all I got for you guys today. One of the worst losses in Colts franchise history, and that's saying something because there has been a crap ton of horrible ones. You lost to Jacksonville 24-0. You got killed by the Patriots. You got dominated by the Jaguars, and you had one game to go for the playoffs. You had a 95% chance to make it. You would have beat the Raiders or the Jags, and you lost to both. Since that Christmas game in Arizona, I don't know how we did that. I just don't get it. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for tuning in to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. Make sure to give me your thoughts on this Colts team, the direction that they need to be heading in. Some draft prospects that you're looking into. Maybe if it's not even a quarterback. Maybe it's Will Anderson. I don't know. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, put that post notification bell on so you miss any future videos. This is JDW Sports Talk Show. Signing off.